Welcome into another edition of The Complete Angler. My name's JC Brooks, that's Joe Long, and today we're talking about musky spinners. Go for it.
So we're going to start first with a regular bucktail, and this is an actual bucktail, and how they got their name is they used a piece of deer hide on the back. So that is an actual bucktail. They make all different kinds. There's smaller ones, like these. These are made by MIPS, I believe. Yes. So different colors work good at different times of day, different stained water, clear water. Something with a lot of flash also works, like this. The other thing that I use for big ones is what we call a Joe Booker tail inhaler. And it is a double buck. The black is actually the end of a buck, and then they put on this orange flare. So that is a double buck. And this is a big, big, big buck. I mean, you don't want anything bigger than that. You see it's beat some rocks and stones. It's been chipped up. But when it comes down to it, if there's one or two lures in the spinner bucktail community for muskie, I'm going to go... This is an Esox Assault, and this is a real good collar for me, and a lot of people probably would not go with this collar, and I'm not sure what it's called. They have funny names for all of them, but it's basically purple and green, and Esox Assault, and that is a double-bladed showgirl. This is more of a green
with everything in it.
With a kind of a goldish green
Everything
double.
in it. Everything in it.
Yeah, a lot of color, a lot of flack, a lot of flash. Now I'll tell you one thing you want to do sometimes is modify these. And these things, this already has a weight on it. If you can see right there above my finger, that is a lead weight. If I'm fishing and I need to get lower, stay down out of some kind of cover, or just to get it down deeper, you can come back down in here and put lead weights on. If you need to make it less, you can take that lead weight off, but I like that lead weight. Now, one thing I will do sometimes is trim these skirts down. They put just tons of this on there. The other thing I'll do is I'll take a zip tie and I'll pull all this stuff down. It's hard to do with that hook there. And get it all pulled down like that. And then put a zip tie down here and cinch that all down so it's not flaring up in my blades. And what I like to do is pump those blades. So I'll cast out there with my big rod. And then I'll go like this. As I'm reeling, I pop it. And I will flare that hair up, or the flash, the marabou type stuff. But it won't get it up into those blades. You want the blades to be constantly turning. That's a double blade. This is just a single blade. But it's the same typical motion. Now this has almost like an anchor weight, which kind of tames that down. So that's not pushing up into the blade. You do not want that blade to be inhibited. You want it to be able to spin freely. So sometimes I've seen guys that cut that whole front part of the skirt off. I like to flare it back, and then you can trim it to be just a little bit shorter than the front. But there's a lot of modifications you can do, but really the best way to catch muskies is with probably a bucktail, single blade or double blade. Depends on the fish.
Everything. It depends on everything.
Alright, any questions or comments from you?
I'm good.
Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, take a kid fishing. We'll see you on the lake.